we didn't have, our son died at 8.5 months old, and so I sort of longed to have another baby that would go past that date, be in our home. And so we started pursuing a domestic infant adoption. There's this long couple-page sheet of paper of what you're open to and what you're willing to accept as far as medical needs, maybe some mental illness, maybe exposure to drugs or alcohol. So we would go over the lists, and at the time we were kind of like, well, maybe we could do hearing loss. That didn't seem too overwhelming, or maybe a cleft palate that could be repaired. And we were really at that place of, we probably could do that. So we would put ourselves out over and over again, and each time either we weren't chosen or the birth mom changed their mind and decided to parent. And so we went through quite a few years of that. And then at one point we heard about a summer hosting program in the Philippines for older children. We requested to host a 12-year-old boy from the Philippines, and he was named Baby Boy, and his name was never changed. He was at school as a 12-year-old being called Baby Boy. We were not able to host him because his name said Baby Boy, and you can't get a visa with the name Baby Boy. So we said, okay, then we'll adopt him. And then less than a year later, we learned about 3 biological brothers. I told our social worker, I said, please let me know when someone says yes to these boys, because they're heavy on my heart. I know they need to have a family, and time was of the essence because of their ages. She said, would you consider adopting them? And I'm like, well, no, because there's this 2-year law that you can't adopt for 2 years in between adoptions. And it only had been a year that we brought Aaron home. And so she said, if they make an exception, would you adopt them? And so we said, you know what, we'll pray about it. And we started to pray. And that Sunday, our pastor did a series. He never does this, but he did a series on Christmas carols. And the one he chose that Sunday was O Come, Emmanuel. And he broke it down into M, Eman, and Emmanuel. And together it means God is with us. Their biological names are M, Eman, and Emmanuel. The craziness of someone naming their children that closely together, and then for those specific names to be called out and to say, God is with us, trust me, you can do this, he has you. So we said yes. The Philippines said yes. So we had 6, and we were done. And we went to a picnic with our adoption agency. And on the way there, my husband said, we're not adopting again. Like, we're done. So I said, oh yeah, we're good. We're in the thick of it. Like, we are not adopting again. The adoption coordinator was sharing with me that there was a baby girl being kept comfortable to die in a geriatric hospice facility. And she was 2 months old and was given 2 days to live at birth.